it had to be the last round between the Claremont and the Paterberg. That was the launch pad. That's when just the cadence was changed, but Fabian Cancellara found something else. It was just a change of pace, and he drifted off, and he wasn't to be caught, Sean.
No, well, we've seen him do that so many times in the past, and when he's on form, Cancellara, the power he can just turn out on the cobbles, and we see that the way he went away from Peter Sagan in the difficult section. Sagan wasn't able to react, and then he tried on the easier part, but when you give Cancellara 10-15 bike lengths, it's just impossible to close him down in the end of a long race.
6.4 to go. Time for a gel. Quite often you get this, and it's riders just saying, look how relaxed I am. I've even got time to just stop for a snack. He may well be absolutely in need of this, but he's in no hurry to squeeze it into his mouth. There's a lot of kilology goes on at moments like this. I remember you, Sean, used to pretend to drink from an empty bottle when you knew everyone else was thirsting around you, just to sort of play the mind games. Is that what's going on right now?
Well, it's surprising to see him taking a gel just under 6 kilometres to go. Normally you would take it a little bit earlier, but yeah, Cancellara seems to want to do that. But I don't think it's to play mind games. He just feels like that, probably safer to do it, and he took very little. We did see that he just took it, the least amount of it, and through to the roadside. But we can see they're starting to play here, and they're trying to get Van den Berg to contribute a bit. He did take a little bit on the front there for a very short period.
Well, I think we just passed the 5k to go banner. It's just slightly out of position. The GPS has been working very well for us today. Van den Berg at the back in the green just relays back on. They're sort of team time trialing at the moment, albeit in a slightly ragged manner. And Greg Van Avermaet just drifts off. They need to stay on board. You see how much effort it takes? That's the pace they're still travelling at. It's been fast today, Sean.
Yes, it's been a real fast race, and it's been aggressive all day, a very nervous race, and that creates a very fast race because of the nervousness in the peloton. And we did see the answer to that. There was quite a lot of crashes, and looking at the time at the moment, it's going to be quite a fast race right through.
Steinberg at the back. He's been a passenger for a lot of the day. Greg Van Avermaet, there he is, just says, come on, do your turn. And has a look in the face of Fabian Cancellara, who for the first time really is gone open-mouthed. And what's going through his mind at the moment? Just not reaching out and grabbing for it, but just to finesse the victory. That's what. But how to do it in this company, Sean?
Well, I think he's going to be hoping that the other riders continue on contributing here, and I think they will, because they all have an interest here to hold off the chasers and go on to contest for the victory. Will they go all the way and just have a straight out sprint at the end? That we have to wait and see.
I'm beginning to wonder if Stein van den Berg might be a bit of a danger here. He's been a passenger for much of the day. I'm not suggesting it's been kidology, but he's long of limb, and he can spin out a good one. But he's going to need the jump on these guys. Cancellara can sprint. Van Mark likewise. Van Avermaet, I think, might well be the big loser after putting in so much effort today, but it's all speculation, and picking it up right now and going long is exactly that. Stein van den Berg decides to have a go. He digs for the first time for a long time. Will he find gold? Greg Van Avermaet goes after him, and Cancellara and Van Mark are the boys that have been distanced very, very momentarily. Mouth agape. He's drinking it in at the moment, Stein van den Berg, just sucking it all up, the pain that is, and staying with him is Greg Van Avermaet. He's got to do this. He's got no choice.
No, he has to try and do something. And if there's a little bit of rivalry between the two big favourites, I suppose. We have them here on our screen at the moment, Van Mark and Cancellara, but surprising that Cancellara's not closing down this one a bit quicker. He's going to make Van der Mark also do his share of work.
And Van Mark decides to attack. Cancellara is equal to this, but he's going to make the bridge himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots straight by. 2.6 to go. Van Avermaet flexing sticks his arm out and has a look at Stein van den Berg and says, how much have you got? Because if you've got anything, you better use it now, because otherwise you're going to get eaten up. And it's going to be Van Mark and Cancellara, the boys that shared the spoils on the Paris-Roubaix. Are they going to do it here at Flanders? It looks like it. Van Mark is angry. He's livid. Cancellara less so, but wily. And it's Van Avermaet who goes for it on the counter as soon as those guys arrive. He doesn't want to let them have any respite. Doesn't want them to settle into a rhythm. 2.1 kilometres to go, and here goes. Oh, it's the big dig from Cancellara, and I don't think this one's going to end, is it? Oh, and it does almost immediately. Van Mark shakes his head in the green there, and it looks like he's smiling. I don't know whether he's grimacing or laughing, or indeed it's just pain. Oh, think this one out. It's like a Rubik's Cube at the moment, and right now all the colours are mixed.
Yes, and with Van Avermaet and Van den Berg out front, it looked like that Cancellara was in difficulty, but is he doing that just to bluff it a bit? Because immediately we see Seb Van Mark taking it up, and of course he's going to, get his orders from the team director back in car, who also got, direct on TV. But it's going to be a real cat and mouse here as we go to the final kilometre.
Oh, Van Mark just picks up a little bit of pace in response to Cancellara, who just tries to alter the cadence, and it's how he drops Sagan further back. We're not going to have that battle. Tom Bonen, likewise, is not going to get the Magic Four, not this year anyway. He's had all kinds of personal tragedy, as I'm sure you know, and injuries to deal with. And we've got cat and mouse going on right now. And just look at the gap, 24 seconds. It may well be that that's narrowing. Flamme Rouge beckons, 1 kilometre to go, and the line is straight ahead, and we're going to wait for them. Wait for what, though? Who? When? And how? The questions we've been asking all day, and it's the man who's long of limb who goes to the barriers, and Van den Berg has gone for this one. First to reach out, Van Avermaet for BMC in the black and red responds. Van Mark, likewise, and Cancellara. Is he going to be left behind on a train, a three-man train here? He's going to have to put a lot of effort in to get back to it, and suddenly they just run out of steam and drift and waver across the road. The meter markers are coming up. It's 300 to go. 300 now, and still we don't know. The answer beckons, and after 6.25 hours of racing on the most brutal terrain, and Nicky Terpstra just homing into sight, dragging along as he does one of the Katusha riders. Christophe dreams buried, I think, and it's going to be between these guys, and still they roll 300 metres and still nobody reaches out. This is absolutely remarkable. Van Avermaet, it's like a track race. Who's going to go? It's going to be Van Mark, surely. He staggers, he stalls, he tries to draw somebody else out. He doesn't want to give his wheel to Cancellara, and Cancellara goes for it. He's been there before. Van Avermaet goes for it for BMC. Cancellara comes through. Cancellara in the black and the white hits the line, and it's going to be Fabian Cancellara. Oh, one of the greatest wins of his career.